Season 2 of Solo Leveling is currently being aired weekly, and I was thinking it would be cool if the anime had a game, and then I have realized that there is one and it is free. Solo Leveling Arise is a free-to-play gacha game that looks fantastic, and even though the game literally drops the heaviest spoiler during the installation, it still baited me into wasting about 2 weeks of my life on a genre that I hate. The majority of my playtime was on mobile, so even if I'm showing you footage that was recorded on PC, I will mainly cover the mobile experience because the target audience of this game are mainly mobile gamers. That and the fact that I barely had any time to play games since the start of 2025, so this was the best time to at least farm some experience. Currently the game covers everything starting from Season 1 up until the end of Season 2, so it goes without saying that this video might contain spoilers depending on when you watch it, but I will try to avoid most of them. With all the terms and conditions to watching this video, let's get started. Solo Leveling Arise puts us in the shoes of Sung Jin-woo, our favorite E-rank hunter, and just like in the anime, allows us to level up, and I gotta say, it's pretty cool to mash buttons and see Jin-woo destroy monsters. You can level up your stats, you can level up your weapons, you can even level up your squad members and their weapons. From the POV of Sung Jin-woo, the squad members will only join you as support characters when called or as an automatic strike team during certain events, but luckily this isn't the only reason why gacha gamers will empty their wallet to spend money on gacha rolls. Certain missions are allowed to be done with the strike team only, meaning you cannot use Sung Jin-woo on those missions. At first I was annoyed that the game forced me to play someone else other than Jin-woo, but because in the manhwa I have a favorite scene where the supporting cast is going all out and 2 weeks of my playtime was enough to get lucky enough to roll them, I didn't feel annoyed anymore. The game once again felt cool. There are a bunch of ways to play the game, but as I have said, my main focus was to do the story mode, so I have played it up until the Red Gate incident, and I have to say again, this game looks awesome. The only time when the story cutscenes felt boring is when characters are talking with each other between missions, but so far the drop of quality mainly happened during optional missions, and for the most part you will be encountering actual cutscenes that switch between the manhwa panels. I'm willing to say this is the main reason why everyone should at least once try this game out. This shit just looks amazing. You will slowly get introduced to game modes and core gameplay features based on your story progression and Sung Jin-woo's level. For example, after you become the Shadow Monarch, you will get the ability to summon Igris and a bunch of Shadow Soldiers, but eventually you can unlock other upcoming characters like Iron, Tank, and the game even allows you to add the Ice Elf boss to your Shadow army, which never happened in the anime. Everything that I have said is a massive W. The game is free, you can play the story mode, Sung Jin-woo is forming aura as always, you even get to test out characters that you don't own yet, the game got a feature where you can try them and you get rewarded for finishing that trial mission. Even the story itself got optional missions where you will play with characters that were present during certain arcs. To give you an example, at the time when Sung Jin-woo got betrayed by other hunters, you can play the game from their POV that starts right after they trap Jin-woo with the boss monster. Like, I have literally no idea who this guy is, but I can at least try him. Of course, because these are optional missions, not much thought were put into them, but it's pretty cool I guess. And apparently you can even do the main missions on hard mode. And now that I have covered the good, it's time to turn to the dark side. Solo Leveling Arise is a gacha game and it loves to remind you about it. There is this purple currency that you can use to buy paid stuff such as roll tickets. It will also give you an option to earn 5 crystal if you check out some sort of sale every now and then, but if you ignore it, you don't get the crystals. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, the shop is filled with paid stuff, and while for the average gacha gamer this might not be a problem, it is for me. Why do I get this advertisement every 10 minutes? I cannot miss the paid stuff. It's everywhere. I forgot to mention, but there's this game mode where gates appear across the world and you can only do 10 of them a day. And even though the gates got different rank, different rarity, the gameplay is the same. Right after you finish the gates, however, you can mine them for resources, but only 3 of them at a time. And yeah, you gotta pay to get more miners, you gotta pay to finish the mining instantly, You gotta pay to bypass the stamina system to do more gates. And by the way, this is the feature that I used to spam for 2 weeks when I didn't feel like playing the story mode. I just did my dailies, and god fucking damn it, the game just got me in a loop. I can of course bypass the gameplay by telling the game to play instead of me, but that's just lame. And while we are talking about gameplay, around chapter 6 of the story mode, everything gets slowed down. You'll be spammed with multiple killing missions that gives no satisfaction, because for the devs, difficulty equals more health or more monsters. And yeah, just like when you're playing the gates, you can tell the game to do the story by itself, but that's just lame. At this point, I can't even bother with the name of other type of game modes. There are challenge missions, there's a guild boss mode, there's even an event going on, and all 3 of these are the same. In my prime, I considered myself a pro player in about anything I touched. I used to be great at FPS games, I used to be great at MMORPGs, even nowadays I'm better than average in any game I touch. Like, I can pick up a battle royale and finish in top 3 if I decided to actually try. Even in fighting games, I can mop the floor with anyone with proper training. Like when the 2xk alpha test was ongoing, I literally had no idea how to play, but I climbed to a level where I was beating at least half my opponents. And I'm not saying that solo leveling Rise has to be this crazy hard game, but look at this gameplay that I'm showing you. This is the event that's currently ongoing. I'm about to lose, I'm about to run out of time, and I'm making as many mistakes as possible to beat the timer. Which I definitely won't, but then one difficulty lower, anything I touch gets melted, including the boss. To give you context, every mission has like a score, and based on your team score you can figure out whether you're strong enough to finish the mission or not. The first mission of the event recommends you to have 20,000 team score, while the second demands 80,000 team score. The game doesn't get harder, everything just got about 4 times as much health as it used to have. The boss didn't get more abilities, it just got more health. Just like the trash mobs. They are not even faster, no additional abilities, they just got 4 times their usual health. And I don't even understand how pay-to-win players can do this either. I got characters that are considered strong. I leveled them up as much as possible. I even gave them gear. And it's still not enough. You're telling me that I'm supposed to grind more levels by doing the same type of gameplay, but in other game modes. And if I don't feel like doing them because they are too repetitive, I have to put everything on autopilot. Why? Am I playing this all wrong? Isn't this supposed to be a fun game? At this point I don't even care about finishing the story. Just like chapter 6, the Red Gate event is filled with multiple 2-minute missions that are the same. Why don't you just put them in one? It's not the best solution, the game will still feel the same, but at least I don't have to sit through multiple loading screens. This is the reason why I refuse to bother with reading what any of my currencies do. Like at this point I don't even know what my weapons do. I gave Sanjin Woo daggers because I wanna have the same build as he does in the anime. Even if I could have given him a sword or a staff, you can actually play him different. That's once again a pretty cool detail. But that's all this game has. Pretty cool moments that get overshadowed by the bullshit. That's gonna be it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments whether you think I'm right. Like, am I playing the game wrong? Or am I just too old at this point? And smash that like button while you're at it. Like, right now. Hope you all have had a fantastic day. Stay safe. Until next time, boys. Peace!